Superman Man of Tomorrow issue 13 sees Clark learn that Lois has gone to Stryker's Island since someone sent her a message and wants her and her only to write their story. Lois meets with her police contact, who says Central City PD flew the man over so the DA could clear up some cases here in Metropolis. So there will be 2 officers with her while he is escorted via convoy to the court. Lois knows that she'll be fine, as Perry tells Clark that even he can't tell her no, and Lois can handle herself. Opening the truck, Lois meets with the Prankster, who pretends to not know who or why Lois is there. The van heads off, and as they leave the prison, Lois is told by Loomis that she isn't meant to be there, saying he never sent any note to her. The motorcycles escorting the truck are suddenly taken away by huge bubbles, as Prankster says that he got a note on the same paper Lois did, saying the note just says gotcha. The van is slammed into a comically large croquet mallet, letting Prankster's men blow the back doors off and free their boss, who tells the men that the unconscious woman on the floor is Lois Lane, telling them to take her since they may need to bargain. The injured driver of the truck manages to contact control, letting them know the Prankster has escaped. Clark, overhearing the villain has a hostage, races to the escape scene where he sees 4 giant marbles speeding down the highway. Prankster tells his men to keep an eye on Lois, but the men want to kill her, but Loomis says that someone is trying to spoil their fun and killing her might be what they want. The yellow marble smashes into the cars on the road as Superman lets it run into him, causing it to explode into pieces. Prankster knows that Super Killjoy is there, telling his men to step on it as Superman uses his heat vision to cut up a blue marble, saving a bus full of people from certain death. Prankster learns the blue marble was destroyed, wanting to know which one of his men tipped off Lois. The red marble speeds through the traffic as Superman uses half of the blue marble to smash it apart. Prankster's men tell him that they didn't blow the escape, but Loomis says that one of the men is like the fake fly in his ice cube, and he has to know that it was one of them since there are the only 2 people in his crew that knew of the escape, knowing one of them sent a message to Superman's pet reporter. And with her in the mix now, Superman will stop at nothing to save her. As Superman saves some texting teens from the green marble, throwing it into the bay, Prankster becomes angered, thinking his men are working for someone else trying to take over his gang. The thug says that they wouldn't, as Superman begins searching through the city for Lois, hoping that she can call out to him so he can hone in on her voice. Prankster says that he told one other person he was escaping, wondering if this woman was behind the betrayal. He thought that she would be glad to see him, as the men ask the saddened Prankster who he's talking about, learning that he told his wife. Lois gets up, saying that she's got enough for her front page headline, calling out for Superman, who in a second rips the van open. Prankster knows that he can't do anything, knowing he was pranked by his own wife, and prison is the only home he has now. Later, as Prankster is sent back to prison, Clark asks why Lois never told him about interviewing Prankster. Lois says that she didn't not tell him, since the tip came in and she had to move quickly, and to be fair, he never tells her every time he goes off to fight an alien invasion or something. Clark thinks that's a little different, but Lois knows that it isn't, since they both help the way they know how to, and what comes with risks, and those risks sometimes affects her or him or both of them, and the only difference between the 2 of them is that he wears his underwear on the outside. Clark thinks that's a low blow, as Lois talks about the type of underwear Prankster wears, something she wished she didn't know. While on the subject of clothing, Clark reveals that he lost his new work suit again, so Lois decides on telling him about the concept of financial risks yet again. Superman Man of Tomorrow issue 13 was a wonderful Prankster-centric story, again expertly written by Robert Venditti, who has been doing wonders with Superman's rogues gallery, merely by remembering that more than Lex Luthor actually exist. Not only that, but he gives Prankster a kind of sympathetic viewpoint. He got betrayed by his own wife, who just wanted to kind of pull a prank on him and get him sent back to prison. David LaFuente's really bright and fun art was a joy to look at, making Superman, Prankster, and everything else in the book look like kind of like a modern day Pixar or Disney animated movie or an anime. It looked really fantastic, and I cannot recommend this book enough. I'm going to give this issue a 10 out of 10.